Hello everybody and welcome to another late video on the Canadiens comeback against Toronto like 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah. Okay, so basically to set the stage. Okay, so basically it was the first meeting of the season between Toronto and Montreal, and yeah, it didn't go well for the Canadiens the first like 2.5 periods. Basically they started off okay. They got the first goal pretty quickly too, about I think 2 or 3 minutes in, but then it was all Toronto for like the second, most of the first period, all the second period, and some of the third. So eventually it was like 2-1, 3-1, and then 4-1. And like middle, I think it was maybe 7 or 8 minutes gone in the third period where it was like 4-1 Toronto. At that point, even though I love the Habs, like I just turned off the TV. I couldn't watch it anymore. I was like, you know what, forget this. Count as a loss and just move on, right? But funny thing happened about that kind of stuff. And you know when they say it ain't over till it's over, which I believe is a Yogi Berra quote, which also is in Rocky. This time it proved to be true, because like 2 minutes later I get an alert on my watch, which is, it's not really a smartwatch. It's like one of these activity watches that has notifications on it from your Android phone. So I get a notification from the Habs app, the Score app, and the NHL app. Oh, Drouin scored. I'm like, oh, he scored? And then like I said, okay, whatever. It was 4-2. Then like 2 minutes later, I got another notification. Gallagher scored. Suddenly it's like 4-3 with like 10 minutes left to play in the game or something like that. So of course I rushed back to turn on the TV. Oh man. And then funny thing happened. Okay, so here's another funny thing that happened. Oh boy. So Canadiens are pressuring the Leafs after. They're 4-3, and they once the Canadiens use their speed against their opponent, it's really hard for the opponent to come to like counter their speed, because that's how fast the Canadiens are. So they use their speed and draw a penalty. So Canadiens are on this power play, right? They're just having their power play. We're just waiting for them to score. And yeah, so we're waiting for them to score. Petrie gets the puck, right? He shoots it. It gets blocked by Kasperi Kapanen. And so Kapanen breaks his stick. Now, unfortunately for Kapanen, he does probably one of the dumbest things you can do in the game. He just throws his stick, right? He didn't mean to throw that at Petrie, I don't think. He was just really mad that he broke his stick. And when you break your stick on the power play, you have to go back right away to get a stick, because you'll be short a man for like 2 seconds, so it's like a 5-on-3. Problem is, he couldn't go back and get a stick because Petrie had the puck, and he had to like try to block Petrie's shot, or assuming his shot, right, or what his next move with just his feet, like in soccer. But he couldn't do that, so he threw his stick, threw it towards Petrie. So the refs actually call a penalty shot against the Leafs. So basically, if you throw anytime a stick is broken, I guess the ruling is if you throw it or do anything except for dropping it, like it's an automatic penalty shot. Or I guess throw it out of play. I'm not really sure about the ruling. You have to go to the NHL rule book, section whatever 14.2 or .ca or something like that. So Petrie gets a penalty shot. He gets a penalty shot, and I'm thinking to myself, well, is he gonna score? Because Petrie, if both between you and me, he's not really the best power penalty shot kind of guy. I don't think he's used often when he's in penalty shots, and I don't remember the last time Julien used him or Terrier used him. So yeah, so basically, we're all glued to TV. All Habs fans, that we're all glued to the TV set now, right? So we're just all watching. We're hoping that he scores, and of course Petrie scores the goal. Suddenly it's tied 4-4. Oh boy. So the Canadiens basically play an entire game in one period, basically, just like the Montreal Alouettes had done a couple weeks prior. So if you know, the Alouettes are a Canadian Football League team. CFL is below the NFL, which is the American. It's called gridiron football. So basically, what happened was the Alouettes got into sort of the same situation. They were down by like a couple of touchdowns. A touchdown in football is like a point, so like a touchdown is 6 points, plus you do a kick after to the field goal, so that's 7. They were down like 4 touchdowns against Winnipeg, the Blue Bombers, and they basically scored all their touchdowns in the fourth quarter in like 15 minutes. Keep in mind that in football, you only have like 3 in CFL you only have basically 3 tries to get to gain 10 yards, right? After that, you got your team gets the ball. So they basically did like an entire quarter, just like the Canadians did basically an entire period. Not only that, but then the Canadians score again. Tatar somehow gets a goal, and suddenly it's 5-4 for the Canadians. I should mention at this point that after Petrie scored the goal, Domi was like roasting. He was teasing Kapanen on the other side of the bench, and they showed footage of him, but they couldn't play the audio because he said like a swear word, so they bleeped it out. Oh boy! And for those of you who are wondering, I believe Kapanen, he's either Sammy Kapanen's son or he's his nephew. I'm not sure. He's either one or the other. So let me tell you, man, Leafs fans must have been face palming hard. Like this team of Captain Picard that does that double face palm, or when him and is it Wesley? Whatever. I forgot who it was, but they do like a double face palm. That's basically Toronto the whole time. So yeah, so Montreal scores 5-4. At this point, they're leading the game. Well, unfortunately, Toronto ties it back in like the last minute of play, or last minute and a half, right? Matthews scored the goal, so it was tied. But long story short, Canadians ended up winning in the shootout. It was entertaining. It was an entertaining overtime, but the Canadians ended up winning in the shootout. So they basically scored like 4 goals in the third period, which almost ties their record, which is 5 goals. Well, the record is 5 goals when they were a 5-goal deficit against the Rangers. As I said on one of my previous videos, it was 5-0, but that they had like 2 periods to do it. This they scored 4 goals in one period, and it was one more than basically like 5 years ago. They were playing against Ottawa and they were down like 4. Wait, was it the same score? You know what? Yeah, it was actually. I think they tied. I'm trying to think if I can remember exactly what happened. Yeah, I think it was like 4-1. And they scored like 3 goals in the last like 3 minutes of the game, and then they won in overtime, something like that. So this is basically similar to that. So yeah, what else did I say about this game? Kapanen did a pretty stupid move there. I don't know really what he was thinking. I think he had like a brain fart, because he was kind of upset. It tends to happen in hockey that, like any sport, when you have a 3-goal lead and you blow it, especially in the same period. Like I can understand if like you're leading 3-0 in like the first period, and then they come back because they have time. But when basically your team has like no time left, and they someone managed to score 3 goals against you when you're leading, yeah, that's kind of like it's not exactly a positive feeling, because you want to win, right? So yeah, but good on the Canadians for capitalizing, and also I should mention that they were showing footage of this kid, right, who was at the game. And what happened was this kid I think his mom passed away from like cancer. So Price last year saw him, and he comforted him, all that kind of stuff. So they were showing him like during the sometimes like in the crowd, right? When the kid's like tired up, he was like trolling he was like what's that word there, like sort of taunting some of the other crowd. I was like, dude, not really a good idea to taunt the Toronto crowd. A team where you can't even get a ticket. Like even like to this day, like if you try to get tickets for Toronto game, it's almost impossible. They're very passionate there. I don't know if I'd start unnecessary taunting. Mind he is a kid, so like it's okay, I guess, when you're a kid, but when you're an adult, don't do that. I repeat, do not do that as an adult. You will get like I don't know, just don't do it. Another thing I should mention is that which kind of surprised me when I looked at the replays the day after on NHL.com. Everybody in the comments was like, well, they were like roasting CBC, Sportsnet, because like they were like, when Toronto scores, he scored a goal when the Canadians scored, like blank silence. So yeah, that's kind of a video for its own topic, right? Because I mean, that's been like the story for CBC for many years, is that anytime Toronto's playing a Saturday night game, and mind you, these are televised games, so these are televised throughout Canada, so all the provinces, right? Anytime Toronto scored, it's like they're so happy they score, but your team scores, it's like dead silence. So yeah, that's a topic for another video. It's certainly nothing new, but some people were pointing out that it was pretty bad, the Canadians game. Yeah, I guess it kind of was, because I guess the commentators really wanted Toronto to win. So anyway, so that's it for this video. I think I say everything I wanted to say, and it's always good when the Canes beat Toronto, and they're playing them tomorrow as I'm recording this video, so hopefully they can beat them again. They're at home this time, so hopefully they'll be able to beat them. So anyway, so that's it for me for this video. I'd like to know like what your thoughts are on this Canadiens big victory, comeback victory, and that's it for now. And thanks for watching, and as always, go Habs go.